but I think you want to find out.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Fountain of Youth, the latest action-adventure film directed by Guy Ritchie and streaming on Apple TV. Honestly, I had such a fun time with this one. It brought me back straight to the glory days of Indiana Jones, the ancient ruins, cryptic clues, non-stop action. It also gave me some Uncharted vibes with its fast-paced treasure hunting sequences and globe-trotting momentum. But there's more going on under the surface too, so let's dive right into it. The story follows Luke, played by Krasinski, and his sister, played by Natalie Portman, and a team of adventurers on the hunt for the legendary Fountain of Youth. They are chased down by Eiza González, who is one of the protectors of the Fountain of Youth, after they find out the actual location of the fountain by a map. And they are all pulled into a race against time, because they're not the only ones chasing immortality, because they have someone that they work with. It's very by the numbers. You know he's going to be the villain, that wants this because he is sick, and he is very much if you played Uncharted 4, he's very much a Rafe character, and he's played by what's-his-face, a guy from Star Wars, blame on his name. I'll have a picture of him up right here. Now let's talk about the characters. Easily one of the movie's biggest strengths is John Krasinski. He's just so good as the character of Luke. He's got this casual rogue energy, kind of like a Nathan Drake meets a bit of Rick O'Connell from The Mummy. He's sarcastic, capable, and super likable. Now, my second favorite character was Eiza González, because love her as Esme, as she balances him out with sharp wit and a skill set, because she has just a real charm to her. Natalie Portman plays a character of Luke's sister, who's all logic and kind of skepticism, and she's more kind of grounded in the real world because she doesn't really want to do this type of life anymore, no stealing, stuff like that. But this movie really leans into the family tension instead of a world-saving trope. This isn't like End of the World, or we're summoning ghost demons or whatever. It's not like Indiana Jones, we're fighting Nazis. This is just a bunch of rich people wanting this stuff, and we got it. But you got Guy Ritchie flair. It's toned down a bit. You're not getting the super stylized cuts and fast-talking gangsters here. Instead, it's more about rhythm, quick transitions, slick camera work, and punchy dialogue that keeps things moving. It's a little more family-friendly than his usual work at a PG-13 rating, but it's still full of charm. What really makes this movie shine is the sense of adventure. You have the tomb raiding in Egypt to decode hidden puzzles to try to find where this next clue is going to be, for example, and it's all underscored by a fun score that really nails the adventurous vibe. But there are, unfortunately, a few drawbacks. First off, the villain is pretty forgettable. There's no real menace, no backstory, nothing memorable about them. They're just kind of rich and they just kind of want power. They're just kind of there to create the conflict of the movie, and it really feels like a missed opportunity because the conflict isn't really that big. It's handled within a minute. And the big use of CGI of this magical force of the fountain doesn't really look great and doesn't really fit the film's grounded tone. And it's cool because mystical stuff is awesome, but it just doesn't look solid considering it's the only big CGI that's actually used. As the team finally reaches the fountain, there's a surprising moral dilemma presented. And that's where the movie adds a bit more of emotional weight, because it's not just find the thing and win, it's about what you're willing to sacrifice for something eternal. And while that message doesn't hit as hard as it could, mostly because of that sibling dynamic, the ending still felt earned and pretty satisfying. So overall, Fountain of Youth isn't flawless, but it is a ton of fun. It scratches that itch for classic adventure storytelling with a modern cast and a slick style. If you grew up loving Indiana Jones, National Treasure, or even a game like Uncharted, this will be right up your alley. I'm giving Fountain of Youth a 7.5 out of 10 overall, but as a streaming movie sitting on your couch on a Friday night with popcorn, it's honestly a solid 8, especially on top of streaming, which Apple is always on top of things, as we already know, because this movie is highly entertaining, easy to recommend, and a strong addition to the Apple TV Plus lineup. But those are just my thoughts. What did you guys think of Fountain of Youth? Were you surprised by how fun it was? Did the adventure hit the right notes for you? Let me know down in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more reviews just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
And which genius will explain to me why I'm here?
Keep the cat in the bag.